Hello, welcome to News English Alumni Radio and Television Station. Here comes our news today. Vietnam has just had 9 projects selected to participate in the UK Government Climate Finance Accelerator Programme (CFA), with a total funding of £11.8 million. Selected projects are in the areas of renewable energy, resource use, energy efficiency, power transmission, agriculture, forestry, decarbonization in the construction industry, circular economy, and waste management. These are projects with the potential to benefit communities across the country. The UK ambassador to Vietnam assessed the great potential of the private sector in contributing to solving climate problems. In addition to investments, the project also shares expertise, helping projects get closer to finding investors, helping to reduce carbon emissions in communities across the country. Yesterday, Vice Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thị Hoang received and worked with representatives of the Ministry of Transport and the World Bank (WB) on waterway corridor and logistics development project. The project was approved by the Prime Minister with a total investment of over $168 million USD, equivalent to 3,900 billion Vietnam dong, including the World Bank loan, non-refundable aid from the Australian government, and reciprocal capital of the Vietnamese government. The objective of the project is to invest and renovate synchronously river routes and canals through 8 southern provinces and cities in order to develop 2 inland waterway transport corridors. To implement the project, Đồng Nai has to convert about 3.15 hectares of forest in Phu An Commune, Nhung Trạch District. According to regulations, this must be approved by the Provincial People's Council. According to Vice Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Committee, Nguyễn Thị Hoang, this is an important project that contributes to clearing the waterway system, helping to reduce the load on the overloaded road system. She assigned the responsibility to the People's Committee of Nhung Trạch District to review and propose to adjust the planning as submitted to the Provincial People's Council in 2023. Facing the increasingly complicated situation of social insurance debt, the Ministry of Labour, Invalid and Social Affairs said that this year, the ministry would focus on inspecting and handling violations of social insurance. Currently, Hanoi is one of the first provinces and cities to set up an interdisciplinary inspection team on this issue. Hanoi Department of Labour, Invalid and Social Affairs set up 3 intersectoral inspection teams to conduct inspections at 20 units that are late in paying social insurance premiums. Up to now, the whole country has nearly 2.8 million workers who have suffered damage affected by the status of paying debts and avoiding paying social insurance contributions. According to the Ministry of Labour, Invalid and Social Affairs, the inspection plan will be divided into several phases this year, implemented in many provinces. Inspection term and the list of inspected enterprises is made public. Units violating regulations will be strictly handled according to the law. U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby yesterday said Washington decided to stop sharing information about strategic nuclear weapons with Russia because of Moscow's failure to comply with the New START nuclear arms control treaty. Speaking to reporters, Mr. Kirby said Russia was not fully compliant and refused to share data every 6 months. In response, he said, "We also decided not to share that data. The New START treaty is important not only for the 2 countries, but also for the world," the spokesperson noted. According to him, the U.S. wants to share information again, but Russia must show goodwill. Last month, President Vladimir Putin announced the suspension of the bilateral nuclear treaty. New START requires the exchange of data, such as the number and location of nuclear warheads. Experts are expressing concern about the impact of the suspension of the 2 countries' nuclear disarmament treaty. The United Nations Security Council yesterday strongly condemned relentless and heinous terrorist attacks against civilians in Afghanistan, including an attack near the Afghan Foreign Ministry on February 27th, which killed 6 people. In a press release, the Security Council expressed its sympathies and condolences to the families of the victims and reaffirmed terrorism as one of the most serious threats to peace and security in Afghanistan as well as in the world. Therefore, all states must resist threats to international peace and security posed by acts of terrorism. That's all for our news English for today. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.